Afternoon everybody, Clint Ensby from ProStock with the market report for the 8th of March. 640 cattle, a few more than last week. Market in general, very similar on all the heavy cattle. Some of the lighter cattle, just not quite as much competition once we dropped away on the weight. But today the bulls started off strong, $2.80 to $3. Most of the bulls $2.80 to $2.90. Worked into the cows, which were very similar to last week. Had a good run of cows today, which saw a few more in that top end, around that $2.95 to $3.05. General run of cows in that $2.70 to $2.80. Once we dropped into the lighter cows, $2.40 to $2.60. A few cows going back into the paddock around that $2 to $2.50. Heavy steers, it was a much improved run of heavy steers today compared to last week. Had some very nice grass bullocks there. They topped out at $3.80. Majority of them was between $3.60 and $3.75. Dropped into the manufacturing or the older type steers. They were anywhere from $3.20 to $3.50. Heifers, again, good competition on the well finished heifers. They sold to similar rates, maybe 5 to 10 under the steers, with the best of them topping out at $3.60. Majority of them between $3.40 and $3.50. Again, once you dropped into the manufacturing types, $3 to $3.20. The feeder steers today, probably not quite as much demand, but still the top end was okay, with the best of them making up to $4.10, but the majority of the steers were between $3.70 and $4. Once you dropped into the lighter weights, the good pens of steers and the bigger lines, they still had strong competition, sold up to $4.40, but once you dropped into your ones and twos and a few bits and pieces, they were probably the hardest, one of the harder things to sell today, and they'd come back anywhere from $3.50 to $3.80. Heifers were in the same situation. If you had a nice run of feeder type heifers, $3.60 to $3.80, but dropped away quickly once you got into the ones and twos. With the majority of those heifers, again, those bits and pieces were $3.20 to $3.50. Your real lightweight little fellas, lacking a bit of competition there today, being pretty dry, and we're also running into probably the tail end of the calves. So the quality wasn't there to what we had last week. And not as many lines of heifers. So in general, those heifers there could have been back 20 cents on last week, with the majority of them between $3.40 to $3.60. And once you fell away into your real secondary types, your dairy crosses or something a little bit plainly bred, you're back under that. So in general, fully firm on heavy cattle. Your feeder weights and your medium weights are still hanging in there pretty well. Once you drop away to your cattle returning to the paddock, you want to have well-bred cattle and good lines to receive that better competition. But secondary cattle are starting to